And we've been updating you on the track of the storm, and much of that storm, as we've been saying all afternoon, is hitting east of us. Let's go to Brett Buffington, who is in Pascagoula, Mississippi, with the latest there. Brett?
And tonight here in Pascagoula, this community is bracing for a hurricane. Gordon, it might not be a hurricane when it makes landfall, missing that mark by just maybe a few miles an hour. But here in Jackson County, where the ground is already saturated, they don't care whether it's a tropical storm or a hurricane, because here they are under not only a hurricane warning, a tropical storm warning, they're also under a storm surge warning. They could see as much as 5 feet, which would likely push water onto coastal roadways. But while the ground is saturated, the wind and the rain here, the concern is that trees will start to come down, and that means travel problems and power problems. What you see behind me, that line of clouds, that is Gordon on the horizon. It is for tropical storm or tropical conditions, you should say. 15 miles an hour, it's a pretty fast moving storm. We're not far from the Alabama-Mississippi border, or about 15 miles to be precise. That storm, we should start to feel the impacts here within the hour. That is the wind, that is the rain. Of course, we're going to be monitoring that here. Here in Jackson County, there are 2 shelters set up, and people are making use of them tonight. At least 25 people at last check, people who live in those low areas that might be inundated with storm surge or floodwaters here, or people who have medical conditions, I'm being told by emergency officials, have taken use of those 2 inland shelters. Of course, emergency management officials keeping a close eye on this storm. Here in Pascagoula, they are expected to feel the brunt of it. While it might not be sustained winds at hurricane strength, they are certainly likely to get those gusts up to the 80-mile-an-hour range, and that is enough to cause quite a bit of damage. Of course, we'll be here monitoring the storm conditions for you throughout the night and have the very latest as Gordon makes its way onto shore. We are live in Pascagoula, Mississippi tonight. Brett Buffington, Channel 4 Eyewitness News.
Brett reporting for us along the Mississippi coast. Thank you, Brett.